There are so many great nutrients out there that support an energetic body and a balanced mind. Honestly, it can be overwhelming. So we thought, wouldn't it be great if we could put together all of the best supplements in 2 convenient pre-made packs, one for the day, one for the night, so you could really rest assured you are doing absolutely everything you could to help your body thrive. So we created Total Primate Care. TPC reimagines and improves upon the purpose of a multivitamin using targeted formulas that help support specific body systems on a day-to-day basis. The Day Pack helps support memory and focus with Alpha Brain, gives an energy boost with Shroom Tech Sport, and helps to keep your bones and joints nourished with Strong Bone. The Night Pack offers the body the mood-balancing benefit of New Mood, along with key minerals and the immune-supporting benefits of Virotech with vitamin C and lysine. Both packs contain 2 nutrient-dense spirulina and chlorella tablets to provide a broad spectrum of nutrients, krill oil to provide EPA and DHA for brain and overall system health, and Shroom Tech Immune to support the immune system. Total Primate Care combines the best of the Onnit formulas with vital nutrients not easily attained in food. So if you don't have time to curate your own supplement plan, relax and let us do the work for you. Order the TBC and try it out for a few weeks, or set it up with subscription and save some cash. Either way, you can rest assured knowing that by taking these 2 little packs, you are on the path to total human optimization.
Men, listen up. When it comes to keeping your privates in tip-top shape, use Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0.
Bam!
Talking to you, Private Peters. It's time to shape and scape privates. This trimmer features skin-safe technology to help reduce the risk of nick and cuts when it comes to trimming privates.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I meant your actual privates.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
That was not an order. And because it's waterproof, you can trim the field, rain or shine. If you like power, the Lawnmower 4.0 has a powerful 7,000 RPM motor, a 4,000K LED spotlight, a wireless charging system, and it's even got a travel lock. So what are you waiting for? Get your privates ready for action and order your Lawnmower 4.0 today at manscaped.com. If you want the ultimate care package, check out the Performance Package 4.0. You'll get the Lawnmower 4.0 and the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer.
You smell that?
I sure do. I think it's coming from down in your trenches. Luckily, Manscaped includes the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray.
A refreshing spritz that's vegan and paraben-free?
I love the smell of ball toner in the morning. If you're using deodorant on your armpits, don't you think it's time for long-lasting protection on your groin grenades? That's why Manscaped also includes the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant.
Fire in the hole!
Attention! Looking smooth, privates. Looking smooth. Get your privates ready to engage by ordering the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped today. Receive free worldwide shipping, a free pair of Manscaped boxer briefs, and a free Shed travel bag.
Welcome back to the Final Shot Podcast. Support for the Final Shot Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped, you like that, eh? My guest today is probably going to fucking chime in on this because he likes talking about this kind of shit. But
I just manscaped.
Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched its 4th generation, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Just over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. Oh, I fucked it up. Whatever, guys. I'm offering you 20% off on this motherfucker. If you want to shave your nuts and not nick them with one of those shitty wall razor things, hit up Manscaped. Guys, fucking get it. It's 20% off.
Manscaped is the only way to go, guys. I'm dead serious. I literally just did it. Fresh as a daisy.
Again, guys, get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code FINALSHOT20. That's right, at manscaped.com. Hit them up, 20% off, FINALSHOT20, manscaped.com. We're also brought to you by Onnit. If you're not on it, get on it at onnit.com/TFS podcast, and you'll save some money on your purchase when you use that promo code. So don't fuck around. If you want the best, hands down, the best supplements on the planet, onnit.com/TFS podcast. Guys, I decided to go on a little bit of a fucking reminiscing tour with my guests. So I'm calling this the Final Shot OG tour, kicking it off. Guys, big country, Dillon Carman. How's it going?
What to do?
How's it going, brother?
I'm good, man. Good. How are you?
Fantastic. So before we even get going into this thing, you just kind of recently started coming on the podcast, but you've been involved in the podcast since day one.
Yeah, you guys talk a lot of shit about me, you know, back before you knew I could whoop your ass.
Well, I just recently had reshared a meme.
I'm just kidding.
A meme from 6 years ago. My favorite Dillon Carman meme I ever made, it was the Canada Goose one.
Yeah, the long neck one? Look at that thing.
It was so good.
Oh, yeah. So I've been on the podcast for a long time.
Very long time. 6 years.
Yeah. It's on. Really?
It's been 6 years, man.
Isn't that funny? All that time, and Braidwood's never stepped up to the plate.
Okay, so let's just get into the elephant in the room.
Well, the gooseneck thing, that's the reason me and you started a relationship, right?
Pretty much. It was all the shit talking and the memes that were going out.
Yeah,
and
that was funny.
I went to
we don't have to. We'll just touch on it. We can get into real. It doesn't.
Well, I went to Edmonton to a Big Brother meet and greet thing. It was at a bar called Knoxville's. You probably remember.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I got kicked out. I thought you got me kicked out. I walked in the door and they walked me right back out the door again.
Oh, bro, I had no idea what I was doing that night. I drank like 26 or and a half. I had no idea.
Oh, really?
I didn't get kicked out. I got kicked out of that place myself.
I don't drink. So I have been doing so much shit talking online that I guess like they knew who the fuck I was. I go to Edmonton and they know who I am from doing the KO boxing shows and all that. And they're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Tanner just walked in the goddamn bar. We're going to walk him right back out.
Yeah, get him out. There's going to be a fight, 100%. There's going to be a fight between two guys that we don't want fighting. There's nothing we can do.
There's fuck all you can do about it, right?
If me and you busted out fighting in a place, the bouncers would just look at each other like,
well, we'd probably get to a little pushing and shoving, and then they try to jump in, and we just beat them up, shake hands.
Wham! Oh, they'd be just wouldn't be a good scene for them.
But ever since all of that shit, we've kind of had a budding relationship.
Yeah, you're a friend of mine. Yep.
We're fairly close. We kind of know what's going on in each other's lives. We talk on the regular.
in real life stuff, family, and you got a beautiful family and son and all that stuff. And I'm just
So let's get into the elephant in the room. It's Adam Braidwood. You want the fight. He doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him.
I mean, it's boxing. I haven't retired from boxing. I mean, COVID's been a killer for everybody, but we haven't retired from boxing. Let's fucking rock. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm fucking jacked right now, actually. You've seen me.
Yeah, you're in good shape, man.
Yeah, I'll fight Braidwood tomorrow.
So, word around the water.
But he wants too much money. He for some reason, I don't know, thinks that he's worth more, or it may be because it's the twilight of his career, he's trying to get the best that they can. I understand, like, you don't want to get punched out for nothing, but
is what it is. I heard talk around the water cooler is you wanted to do this with Three Lions Promotions.
Yeah, Dan and the boys, we were talking. I mean, they were talking about trying to get a show going over. What was it? November, yeah. And obviously they're focused on that show, and then out on the East Coast, and it fell through, and that was kind of a. I know how that goes, and that whole process would just be disheartening. And so we haven't really talked about it. He was talking about putting me and a Braidwood fight on those. That'd be awesome, though. Yeah.
It's a good Canadian, like all shit talk aside and all the bullshit that goes along with it. It's a good Canadian fight.
Yeah, for sure. It would be, we would sell a ton of tickets because of all the hype and all this stuff. And because me and Braidwood actually don't like each other very much, I think he's a piece of shit. As a person, and come on, don't And so I would punch him out for that reason, just, because. So I mean, that's why I told Dan, I'm like, I'll fight him pretty much. I mean, and myself right now, because of COVID, because of, I'm in the twilight of my career too. I want to fight somebody. I'm trying to punch somebody out. And I said this to the wife yesterday, actually driving to the car. I'm just like zoned out. She's like, what's up? I'm like, man, I want to punch somebody in the face. Like, I just want to punch somebody. And, if Braidwood would fight me for the money, let's not beat around the bush. It's not a whole bunch of money. We're not going to get rich off fighting each other. But hey, it's a fun Canadian fight. Me and Braidwood will put on a show, and it'll be good for everybody. And if he likes fighting the way that he says he talks about, he likes fighting like I love fighting. I'll fight anytime, anywhere. You know that. And it doesn't sound like he does. So
let's break down the dollars and cents a little bit, because a $5,000 fight purse seems about accurate right now for me. Not me personally,
it was $5K. It was $5K plus. If you can bring some fans to the fight, it's hard via COVID and all the restrictions. But if you can bring some fans to the show, you get a little bit of percentage of ticket sales and stuff. He was saying, but I don't even care about that. Like, how little you fight, I don't care.
When guys are talking about pricing them out of the fight and stuff like that, I think $15,000 or $10,000 as a fight purse for that fight right now in the times we're in is too much money.
Oh, absolutely. It's unfortunately, if we were in a COVID-free world and all that bullshit, and we could get the 2,500, 3,000 people packed in somewhere. Yeah. It would make sense. Give me 15K. Give him 15K. No, give me 20K. Give him 15K. Because I'd be the headliner of that fight. But no, right now it's a 5K fight. It is what it is. Especially because Braidwood's been inactive. I've essentially been inactive, other than getting slapped around by Makhmedov or whatever, Arslanbek. I've been inactive. So I mean, but like me and Braidwood would put on a show, I would get the better of him. I'm sure he'd land shots because I like to take. I that's how I fight and blah blah blah. It would be a fight appeasing, a fight fan show. You know what I mean? It'd be a good fight.
I'm down with it. I like it. I'll talk about it, and I'll see.
I mean, I've talked about it. You've seen me talk about it, and I think that's what kind of sparked Dan or the boys at Three Lions, or I mean, I feel like it sparked a couple of people. Me is posting some things, so but Braidwood didn't really answer back. He, I think he got offered the fight, but he said no to it, or just tried to negotiate himself out of the fight. I'm not sure.
Well, I do know 100% that he is going to take a fight. Who it's with, he did not tell me.
What?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
He said he was going to take a fight.
He said he's going to fight. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, knows? I bet. Okay, bro. Yeah, that sounds fun. Go fight some. No, let's not even talk about it then. Because I'm pretty sure he was offered the fight with me.
I have no idea. He will be on the podcast later this week, and I will ask him.
Well, I mean, of course he was offered the fight with me. Doesn't he run with a promotion company out there? Like, I'll go out to his backyard and drop him. I don't care.
So, unfortunately, the promotional company that he was with is KO Boxing, and they are non-existent as far as I know right now.
Because of COVID, yeah.
Because of COVID put them out of business, man. So what are you going to do? Like, I'm guessing that Melanie Lubovic had to release all of her fighters so that they could go find
I would
business.
assume. I mean, it's a tough gig right now. The Tigers put one on Saturday there with Arslanbek. That's going to be a good fight.
100% is going to be a good fight. But Melanie Lubovic is one of the greatest promoters we've had in Canada of all time. She's fantastic.
Mel, let's get it going.
Let's get something back fired up again in Edmonton because I missed those shows.
I've got a hell of a following out in Edmonton. I guarantee I bring 200 people to the show. I mean, I don't know about COVID restrictions. I'm saying 200 because I feel like there's COVID restrictions. If there's not any restrictions, I bring 5 to 1,000. You know what I mean? For sure.
So it would be nice if we could get her back going again, but with all the COVID stuff and the lockdown shit that's going on,
it's nuts, eh?
It's insane.
Well, isn't that funny? We're getting. And this is something that I kind of dwell on or kind of get pissed off about, to be quite honest. I'm in the twilight of my career, and here I am getting fucking stifled by some bullshit. What is it? Pandemic. Come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? give your head a shake, and I'm getting pissed off by all these people. Oh, I got to wear a face mask. No, I'm not wearing a face mask. Anywhere I go, leave me the fuck alone. And it's going to be, we're going to have to start showing passports and people use the example. Oh, remember we used to have to go to school with immunization cards. Did you have to show that at Becker's when you walked into the fucking store and got a bag
Becker's.
of milk? Are you fucking stupid? Well, we're talking about when we went to school. I mean, I went to school. I went to Becker's. It was it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. But
it's very annoying because now they've got the QR codes that you can put on your phone. This is all things the government just uses to track you. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's true.
It's not. You're not a conspiracy theorist, bro. It's the truth. It started with, so me and the wife were watching this murder show. We're into murder shows, crime docs, and this, that. And we're watching this thing in this cold case file. It was actually the Golden State Killer.
Yeah.
And so he solved this by going on Ancestry.com and finding this guy's family tree. And he fucking busted the Golden State Killer. That's how the Golden State Killer was finally apprehended.
Wow,
was really? Because of Ancestry.com. So this is where it all started. They're gathering everybody's DNA. You particularly don't have to use Ancestry or any of those sites. Your cousin could use it, and they'll find you via your cousin. I'm dead serious. Like it's just, and then all of this tracking, like all of our phones, like they're potentially, I'm not saying they are, because who the fuck cares what we're talking about?
Yeah.
But they could potentially be listening to this conversation right now through my iPhone. You know what I mean? It's just it's a scary, scary scene we live in, to be honest with you.
Well, go ahead, government. I ain't hard to find.
But Tanner, what in God's name do they care about you doing a podcast? I don't have anything. That's what I say. Oh, go ahead, record me. What am I going to say to you? I don't really have much to say. That's going to incriminate me. You know what I mean? So I don't really care if they record me. But it's not so much the recording. It's the health things that are now. It's becoming like a real. Now it's becoming like a real. It is a conspiracy. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you call me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. They're putting things inside of our body that aren't supposed to be there and that aren't good for our bodies via the vaccine. My wife is 8-9 months pregnant. Now she's 9 months pregnant, but she's like, they're pushing her to get this vaccine. Like, are you fucking kidding me? She's pregnant. Why would she get a vaccine? Like, are you kidding me?
Hey, if the government's listening to this conversation right now, can you guys go and ask Justin Trudeau
Fuck you.
Why he blocked me on Instagram? It's the handle's @badguyTFS. Why did he block me on Instagram? It's fine.
Oh my God.
I just like him to see my stories that I'm putting out about him.
At least they didn't get the majority though.
That was the big thing. Like, I really wanted to vote. Like, let's get into some politics. Let's talk about it. So Canada, for you American fans that are listening, or wherever else, Ireland, Germany, I know you motherfuckers listen.
Canada's a shit show.
But it's called a snap election happen on September 20th, where the Prime Minister of Canada called an election. Basically, his end goal,
how does that happen?
His end goal was to get majority government, which the Conservatives fucking held him off, which was amazing. But
I don't know how. He calls this the election. I don't know how, because I'm assuming, and me and the girl are assuming, this is pre-rigged. This is all set up and pre-rigged. I don't know how he didn't get majority. And maybe this now take a step. Now I'm going to really be a conspiracy theorist. Think about this. Maybe he didn't get. They did have it rigged, and they didn't want to be like, okay, I got a majority. Now they really think I rigged it. Blah blah blah. So maybe they took the minority vote, in order to still have play and power, but not to look like, okay, we rigged this for sure, this snap election. You know what I mean?
Like, him doing the snap election doesn't help him unless he wins a majority government, though, because this is going to hurt him in 18 months when they turn around to do another election, right?
When the true one comes around, yeah.
So I don't think they were anticipating the PPC doing so well.
The overload, eh?
Realistically, they didn't win a seat, but they took a lot of votes in Western Canada, right? So,
yeah, and the majority. It's great. I'm still surprised they didn't get majority.
And I don't think they were anticipating the strong conservative push in Ontario, which is usually normally liberal.
Yeah, big time. That's it. And I was driving around. I said this to my girl a few times. Like, I'm so happy that people, her mom being one of them, that put conservative signs out. I'm voting, like to say I'm voting conservative. Like it's not going over the line. Like we have to stand up for our rights and all that stuff, but just say, I'm voting conservative. And I think that you should think about doing the same.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with 100% of the conservatives' views, and neither do you, and I know that. But as far as what's best in this, I mean, I guess what's best for right now in this whole scamdemic is that I guess the bit of the conservative touch. I don't even know. Well, not even People's Party. I really do wish the People's Party kind of got in more this time. It's like, I wish. Yeah, it sucks. But there needs to be, order for People Party to gain traction. We need to have like a whole social uprising. Yeah. Because everybody's views is really the people, like strongly People's Party. Like everybody's views that we talk to and that we hang.
Well, I'll be completely honest. I voted conservative. Aaron O'Toole was not my top pick for the person that I wanted to run the country. It was actually the People's Party of Canada that I wanted to win. But I strictly voted for conservative.
A strategic vote, right?
Because they had the best chance of unseating Justin Trudeau, which they were close.
So that's what I mean. It's a whole social uprising that needs to happen because that's why everybody voted conservative, so that Justin Trudeau wouldn't have my majority. But just like you, not seeing those views that they have. You know what I mean? It kind of fucking sucks.
I don't like a lot, like the gun laws. I don't like the mandatory vaccination cards. I don't like that shit. That shit needs to go away. But the People's Party had the best. It was basically like giving the freedom back to Canadians. Well, Dylan's got a shoddy fucking connection with his goddamn fucking headphones, so we're gonna have to deal with that for the day. But
I'm back.
Basically, what I said is like the People's Party of Canada was giving Canadians back their freedom. That's what their policies were.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, none of this passport nonsense. None of this mandatory this, mandatory that. They were looking to relax restrictions a lot more and all this stuff, and it. Unfortunately, it's just so stupid. I heard Justin Trudeau in a friggin' thing chanting, "Do you want your child to be like under harm, like death's harm, sitting on an airplane, or do you want your child to be in harm in the death's way, like sitting at a restaurant by the unvaccinated?" All this stuff. I'm like, holy Murphy, and people are like, "No!" I'm just like, what in the fuck are they doing? Like, they're just lost. There's so many sheep in this world right now. It's so fucking sad, man. It's super sad.
So, Saskatchewan recently, as of, I think, September 17th, we're back to mandatory mask. But, like a bunch of sneaky motherfuckers, the government implemented an old Wartime Emergency Act. So, basically, the police can come to my house. Like, let's say all shit hits the fan.
Oh no, in a bad way.
And they want to use the grain sorting facility next door to me to produce COVID vaccines. And they say, "Oh, Mr. Wilshaw, your house is perfect location for a boxing facility." They can take my house. They can relocate me to wherever they want, and they can do whatever they want with my property.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's real? That's real?
That's real. And if let's say the head doctor of Saskatchewan says mandatory vaccinations for all residents of Saskatchewan, they can come to your house, hold me down, and give me a vaccine.
Could you imagine if they tried to do that?
Good luck. You better be really good at ducking lead.
Chili.
Oh, look at that fucking kinkajou. That thing's an issue, man.
Yeah. No, she's cool, man. She was still a puppy, right? Like she still is a puppy, to be honest with you.
It's a rodent.
So I mean, she's grown.
It's a rodent.
No, it's not a rodent. She's super smart. Could be smarter than you.
I have no doubt.
But no, they're pretty smart. Like today, we talked before we got on here about her biting and stuff.
Yeah.
today I came in. It was about like 7:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and I made a noise and woke her up. And I walked into her bedroom or the bedroom she's in, and I opened the cage, put my hand in. She's like, "Wah, wah, wah," like doing one of these, but she's just like she's just trying to be big and noisy, right? And then I put my hand in there, and she literally, because she's ambidextrous with all limbs, so she's got 5 hands basically. So she just wraps around my hand, and I just rock her. I'm not kidding you. I rock her back to sleep. And she's a little sweetheart.
Dylan, that animal's a problem.
There's aspects to her that are a problem.
Does that animal shit on your floor?
Yeah, but it's not, like I said. See, you're out of proportion. There's normally 2 places in the house that she only does that, and rarely anywhere else. Although she did poop in my wife's shoe last night, and that was kind of funny.
That is funny, but disgusting at the same time. Like, I feel like that thing's shit stink.
No. See, okay, there's another thing. So it's their stomach or digestive system is like a 3-hour digestion thing. So when she eats a banana and poops a banana out, it's literally still like a banana. It's barely even digested at all.
Have you tasted it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying that's science.
Okay, it's a very cute little thing. Let's circle back to the politics. I just want to say one more thing. When it comes to mandatory vaccines in Canada, I'm strictly against it. Nobody should be told what
100% against it. Yeah. Strictly, I'm belligerent. I'm fucking belligerently against it.
The government shouldn't be able to tell you what you have to put in your body.
Yeah, we let them control enough aspects of our life, and the way that this planet was never. We aren't supposed to pay so many taxes. We aren't supposed to do so many. We're taken advantage of by our governments in so many ways. When people, again, i.e. the sheep, are like, oh, we got to do what's right for the government. They're doing right by us. Like da da da. They say stupid things and have very stupid views and very Neanderthal fucking views. Or idiots, naive, super naive views on how life is really supposed to be living, and we aren't living it right. You know what I mean? Think about yourself every fucking week having to get up and go to work for 50, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and only to keep your chin above water from barely drowning, and continuing to do this for 40 years, like 30 years, 35 years. Have you guys lost your fucking minds? Like, that's what I mean. Who's doing good by who? Think about if millions of people gathered together and didn't buy gas for a week, didn't go to the grocery store for the week, not even a week. Like, you could do it for a day, they'd lose billions, but do it for a month. And we could really make a change in this world if we battened down the goddamn hatches and didn't do these things that they need us to do. If our society wasn't so consumer driven, then we could really overthrow governments and make some changes. And what all these things that all these people are saying want done, that we could actually do something. But it's never going to happen. Buying a bunch of shit off the internet from Amazon and Costco and Walmart and all this stuff. It's unfortunate, man. It really is, because there's a lot of people suffering and dying out here.
One of the biggest things that drove me nuts about the pandemic was Amazon shopping.
Skyrockets.
It's fucking insane. I'm gonna have toilet paper delivered to my house because I'm scared to go out and buy it. Are you fucking kidding me?
So what I mean. That's what I'm saying. They're using. This is a plan that's been implemented for years. Not necessarily COVID. I'm not talking about COVID. I'm talking about gathering a mass of people, whether it's Canada, United States, whatever country it may be in the world, whatever mass of people it may be, whatever group, but gathering them up and hodling them as sheep and keeping them dumb, keeping them fat, keeping them unhealthy, and charging them way too much money to breathe, and then convincing them the whole time that this is how it is supposed to be. That this is the plan that's been in motion for 100 years. I got like since the Industrial Revolution, basically.
Yep.
Or you know what I mean? But if we sit here and say this, people will watch this video and call me a crazy man and call me a conspiracy theorist, when really I've done more research and I know more about the situation than they might ever know. And they think because CNN or Fox News or some generic program told them a certain way to think, and some generic math teacher and some generic geography teacher, and over the years they've been told these things over and over and over again. You have to listen, you have to conform, you have to go to work from 9 to 5, you have to do this. That's why you're dumb, stupid, fat, and late. Like, that's why you'll be this way. That's why the next generation of your family, it's just continuous, perpetual motion. You know what I mean?
It's so hard to stop, though. Like,
but that's what to interject, to go back to what I was to allude to what I was talking about. It's going to take a full social uprising of people that listen to me, and say, well, you know, maybe he's right. You know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't be paying 20% of my wages to, like, personally, I have to work almost 2 days a week, full days, to pay the government for what? Like, have you lost your ever loving mind? So maybe people will be like, oh shit, maybe he's right a little bit, you know, and then he'll tell a friend, and they'll tell a friend, and she'll tell a friend. That's what needs to happen, and a real social uprising needs to happen, or else nothing will ever happen. And that's why, like, I don't even really want to live in Canada anymore, man, to be honest with you.
Wow. I get my paycheck, and hey, Justin Trudeau, can I have my $500 back a week?
Oh yeah, she gone. Like, it's just nuts. It's
Never.
Absolutely, it's egregious. It's insane.
The other thing that's insane is this fucking carbon tax.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, so that's what I mean. So these are things that have been. The carbon tax was something that was talked about 25 years ago or 30 years ago, and kind of slipped in. Oh, think about carbon tax. Oh, you know, global warming and all what we're doing to. This was stuff that's been injected into our society and injected into our minds for over years. So now we're comfortable talking about it. Now it's just a normal thing when it doesn't even fucking exist.
Well,
like quite literally. You know what I mean?
10 years from now, they're going to install a meter on your asshole and charge you fucking methane pollution.
Yeah. Oh, if you got 60 head of cattle, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because every cow is going to have a methane meter on their butthole. Like, give me a break, ladies.
Get the fuck out of here.
But that's what it's about. It's funny we joke about that. Yeah, my wife just laughed like in the background because that's a funny thing. But it's that's kind of what we're laughing. That's what we're dealing with right now. You know what I mean? That's the type of governments we're dealing with.
It's reality. They shut down dine-in restaurants where you can go and get a healthy, nutritious meal. But you can hammer the fucking drive-through at McDonald's whenever you want, 24 hours a day.
Oh, hard and heavy. So the restaurant, the wife's on maternity leave now, obviously, but where she was working before, you know, it was kind of an ultimatum thing. Do you do the passports? Do you do the mandatory mask, vaccine, all this stuff? And they posted on their Facebook page, like, listen, guys, you know, respectfully, we're not going to abide by these laws. We're going to give you guys the choice whether you want to come in and dine, but, you know, so on and so forth. So you didn't have to. They took a stand, and more businesses need to friggin' do that. You know, I shared it because they need to stand. More people need to stand up. You know, and yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that, again, it goes back to they want us to be dumb, fat, and lazy, and have to work our asses off, or be on disability and be completely like. There's families, and you know, it's unfortunate because it's taken advantage of a lot. But there's families that solely survive on government fucking checks, and they don't need to. Are you losing it? Like oh man, our society, like Canada, is quite lost, quite lost.
Well,
yeah.
Listen, people. The last thing I'm going to say on this subject, and then we'll move on to something else. But if if everybody between the ages of 18 and 55 stood up and just said no, it's over.
It's simple as that, man. It's simple as that. But like I said, everybody's brainwashed, but I'm a conspiracy theorist. That's okay. Instead of thinking immediately, oh, this guy's crazy, take that time and type in not into Google, type into your search engines, really, really search past the first layer or second layer or third. Really fucking search past those layers. Don't just type into Google and the first thing that pops up that some guy in his mom's basement wrote on Wikipedia. You know what I mean? Like, give your head a shake and really do some research. Don't call me crazy. Do some research, and then you'll be like, oh shit, like Dylan, maybe he's right, or maybe Tanner has a good, whatever. But I digress.
Well, let's take a pause for a cause, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about Manscaped.
Oh, talk to me about it. Get my balls fuzzy and soft.
Go over to www.manscaped.com and check out the new Lawnmower 4.0. Look at this fucking thing. You turn it on.
That sound good?
Dude, it's got a fucking flashlight on it. You can shave your nuts in the dark. I'm telling you, this motherfucker's waterproof. You can shave in the shower. You can do whatever you want. Hit them up. Look at this thing. It's tiny. It's sleek. You won't cut your nuts. Don't fuck around. Manscaped.com. Use the promo code FINALSHOT20 and save 20% on your purchase.
Dylan, don't do it.
Dylan, we just recently seen a 60-year-old Evander Holyfield make his return to the ring against a bad motherfucker named Vitor Belfort, who's a little bit over the hill, but not as far over the hill as Evander. What a fucking terrible event.
Yeah, it's super sad. It's super sad that people are jumping on all this hype train thing. You know what it is. It all comes off of the Logan Paul where did it start? Who fought? Yeah, Mayweather fought Logan Paul, right, or something like that.
Well,
yeah, it kind of all.
The YouTube stuff started when Logan Paul fought that stupid motherfucker KSI.
Yeah, well, that's the one. Yeah. Before that, yeah. So that's when it gained traction, and then Mayweather blew it out of control.
Yeah,
but it's so stupid. Like Evander, he has more money than he knows what to do with. Why are you guys like just he trains all the time and stuff? But his brain's too old to be taking shots like that. You know what I mean? Like you just, bro. I don't know why they're doing this for paychecks. It kind of makes him look silly,
He's 58 years old. He's fought the best men
in the
world. He looks fantastic. But when you throw a left hook and you fall through the ropes because you can't pivot, come on, man.
Age catches up with you, and that's his. I guess. Because it's Evander Holyfield, people don't want to be like, hey, Evander, you know what I mean? Maybe you shouldn't be doing that. But his team around him should have been more, I feel like his team around him. This is no disrespect to Evander Holyfield. This is one of the best cruiserweights / heavyweights of all time.
Greatest.
He was a beast. He was an absolute monster. But and that kind of just why are you doing that? Like why are you doing that? And you're fighting an MMA guy in a boxing fight. Why are you doing that? Just to get on the hype train of all that stuff, and it kind of takes away from the legacy, I feel.
If Evander Holyfield hears this, please do not fight Mike Tyson. That man will fucking kill you.
I'll fight both of them at the same time.
That's not fair. It's still not fair.
Let's really get on the hype train. I'll do it. Wow.
But
that's what it is to me, a circus.
What do you think would happen if he fought Mike Tyson? Silly. What do you think would happen?
Well, we just kind of saw Vitor gave him the runaround, and he fell off his feet trying to throw a hook. So
Mike can still move.
Mike still has the thing. He just whammo.
He's still got power, and he's still got the moves, and he's still got some fucking speed.
And I'm sure Evander does too. As fighters, we have nights where we don't have a good time. And we're not on our cue, but at 58 years old, your good nights are going to be a lot less than your bad nights. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of bad nights at 58.
Well, I just heard today that Paulie Malignaggi is now and Riddick Bowe have thrown their names into the celebrity boxing hat where they're going to go and fight YouTubers. I always knew Paulie Malignaggi was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I figured he would do this right away.
Yeah, this goes.
He's been trying to do this
right up his alley. This kind of stuff.
Yeah. Since the Mayweather Paul fight, he's been trying to do this to get something.
Paulie,
nobody really gives a shit about Paul. No, what is he going to get? A couple $100,000. He's not going to get mills and mills and mills like the other guys.
But Paulie didn't learn his lesson when he went over to BKFC and fought Artem Lobov and got beat up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. So, oh shit, he's a good talker though. He talks. He's good. He's a good pros turned analyst type guy, right?
I really like him as an analyst. He's fantastic.
I never. It's funny. It's really funny. I never really liked Paulie Malignaggi as a boxer in his boxing career. As I watched, growing up, I watched his era, and I never really liked him in his interviews. And as he was that flashy talking shit Brooklyn kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And but as an analyst, he's a great, like a really really good analyst. Really good analyst. Like kudos to him.
Well, I like him because he's a fucking dick, and he'll just call it how it is. He doesn't care.
Well, that's what it should be. As a professional fighter that reached his pinnacles, the levels he reached, you know what the fuck you're watching, and you know what you're looking at. And if you don't say, okay, that guy, if you don't say it, you're not giving justice. You're not doing it right. You got to be on point. If you're seeing the wrong things or you're seeing the right things or whatever, you're going to see it. The boxing analyst sees things that the average Joe sitting at home doesn't see and wants to see, you know what I mean? Or wants to hear about. So
is what it is. At the end of the day, we've hit this era in boxing where
it's sad.
It's going to scar it for,
and then you see
eternity.
the Canelo plant thing. Canelo, everybody knows you're a little bitch. Everybody knows you're the nice guy. Olios mios, papi, nice guy. You're not pushing and shoving and doing all that thing. Like, that's just not your motif, and we know that. So don't just all of a sudden now, because all this YouTube sensation hype stuff, don't do that. You don't have to do that. It's saddening for me.
Well, is the plant fight still on? Because Caleb did get cut.
Yeah, well, it was an open hand slap, and he hit him with his wristwatch or whatever. Yeah.
So he's got an open wound on his face now. Like, what's the reality that Canelo's going to hit that thing? It's going to bust wide open, pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it'll just right away. It'll go from small to big fast.
Yeah. So it's a good fight, though. I wish that didn't happen. It's a fantastic fight.
Yeah, Alvarez is just. I don't think Caleb's bigger and stuff, but and he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. All the respect in the world, but Canelo's a different beast right now. The way he moves with punches, and he's every fight you see him get better. Every single fight, he's a better fighter than he was before. He's untouchable, I think.
Here's why I didn't want that to happen, because this is a real boxing fight.
It'll be a real chess match fight, and Caleb's a real practitioner type guy, thinking about stuff. But that's what Canelo. I feel like Canelo will thrive or does thrive in those types of gritty situations where he's got a tough guy in front of him who knows how to box. Canelo's fought all the best, right? And kind of made them look silly.
Now, the next 4 weeks in real boxing is fantastic. We've got Canelo obviously fighting. We've got Joshua versus Usyk, which is a fun fight, and I want to talk to you about that fight because this is in your weight division and two guys that you probably know.
Sorry, I lost my microphone. My microphone went out. Tell me again.
So I was saying the next 4 weeks in real boxing is fantastic. We've got Canelo. We've got Anthony Joshua versus Usyk that's coming up, and I want to talk to you about that fight because these guys are in your weight division, and you've probably maybe not know them personally, but studied them. Yeah,
absolutely, studied them quite a bit. I think Usyk is biting off quite a bit. He's jumping up, he's climbing a ladder, doing that. At the same time, we've seen Anthony Joshua hurt badly by a smaller guy who's way out of shape and all that stuff, where Usyk is he's a little powerhouse. Yeah. And he's going to be faster than what was that? Oh, Andy Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz, yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to be faster than Ruiz, and I feel hits a lot harder than Ruiz does. That's going to be an interesting tangle for sure.
I got Usyk in the fight, man. I really like him. I think he's fantastic.
I do too. I think I do too. I like Joshua and everything like that. I don't like that Joshua's kind of, I don't know. I don't like a lot of the things about his camps and the way that he trains or supplements. I don't really like that stuff. But Usyk is exactly. Usyk is an absolute G, and for him to be, we're just talking about Evander Holyfield, one of the best cruiserweights of all time. Look, Usyk is trying to make a statement, right? And in order to make statements, you got to fucking jump up and fight the heavyweight champ of the world, and that's what he's doing.
I wish that Usyk could have jumped on the same diet and the supplement diet that Evander did.
No, well, yeah, what horse pills?
Yeah.
This hardcore horse pills.
I remember
Yeah.
Evander at cruiserweight, and he was great at cruiserweight. And then he came up to heavyweight, and I was like, "Oh my
Good God.
he's
He
huge!"
just his neck and traps were just gigantic.
He doesn't deny it either, which is fantastic. I love it. But
He does. I watched this thing with because I trained with Kenny Weldon, who was Evander's strength conditioning coach for a long time.
yeah. Uh-oh. Oh no, Dylan took off. What happened? Did his phone just die? Ah, no. Guys, I'll talk to you about Manscaped again. Actually, I'll talk to you about USG Canada. USG Canada makes some of the finest boxing apparel in the sport right now. Hit up my boy Howie. It's Howie at USG Canada. Send him a message and get some custom gear from Howie. He's got all the walkout gear. He's got everything that you need for a professional show, and you want to show up and look smart and look like a G. Hit up my boy Howie. It's Howie at USGCanada.com. Dylan, what happened?
Hey, what's up, buddy? I have no idea. Yeah, so we were just talking about Evander. Or what were we just talking about? Evander and Yusk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Evander was a monster, but I feel like Yuska might knock Joshua out.
You were telling me about training with Evander's strength and conditioning coach.
Kenny Weldon. Yeah, that's right. So I was on the Golden Glove, the U.S. Golden Glove team.
Yeah.
And Kenny Weldon was our strength conditioning coach, but he was also in the heyday of Evander. He was his strength conditioning coach. And so he was telling me his story. He's like, yeah, Evander he never ran. Never liked to run at all. He would always do these skipping routines he'd always do these like wild skipping routines. And then his supplement coach would take care of the running. They said, I laughed so hard. I fucking, cause I knew other kids were naive at that time. Like we were 17, 18 years old. They were like, nobody would use drugs in boxing. But I mean, I knew they were young kids. They don't know what's going on. And then Kenny Weldon's all, yeah, we'll let the supplement guy take care of the running program. And I just laughed. It was funny. It was funny.
If it works, if the wheel ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, no point. He was a beast.
So I'll throw back to Evander Holyfield. My favorite version of Evander Holyfield was when he was jacked at heavyweight, shredded, but he had like the Friar Tuck haircut. It was terrible.
He's like bald with what a character. Like, what are you doing?
Did not give a fuck.
I could pull that off, kind of get a little thing going.
Dude, I could do it 100%. That's why I shaved this fucking thing.
That's funny. Manscaped.com.
Yeah, use the Lawnmower 4.0, not the 3.0, the 4.0. Manscaped.com. Final Shot 20 is your promo code. We've also got Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury coming up.
Yeah, well, Tyson's my boy. I don't even know. There's been a lot of. It's supposed to be coming up for a long time. I mean, I want the fight to happen. I hope it happens soon. But Tyson's gonna knock him out.
I hope he does it quick because I wanted the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight bad. I wanted to see it.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it ever happens.
Yeah, I really don't think Eddie Hearn wants that fight to happen.
Realistically, I think Alexander Usyk is going to mentally break Anthony Joshua when they fight. I think Usyk's hard to put away, and I think
he's gritty.
He hits hard, and he's very slick. And what we've seen in the Andy Ruiz fight, the first one, Andy clipped him and hurt him, and then it was over. It was over.
It was absolutely over. There's no recovery process at all.
No. So I think he'll mentally break down, and Usyk will put him away.
And I feel like that's again why he'll never fight Tyson Fury. Tyson's the most mentally strong boxer in the sport. So there's no point.
He's the most mentally strong athlete, I think, in any sport.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
So
I sparred Tyson Fury. So they bring me to spar Tyson Fury. And they go, oh yeah, he's only 19 years old. Don't worry about it. He's only 19 years old. I'm like, yeah, okay. He comes in, he's got hair all over his back and neck, like just friggin'. I'm looking at him. He's talking about mortgage and shit with his kids and wife and stuff. And he's talking about a trailer. I'm like, this kid, he's not 19 years old. Like, this guy's not 19. Just folds my nose clean over my whole face. Just levels my nose. Oh, that was fun.
He's so good. Fun.
Oh, you see, he's so slick.
He's
so slick. Yeah.
And
I did hit him. Like, I did catch him with a few shots, but I mean, we're obviously, it's boxing. We're gonna catch each other with shots.
Yeah.
But me and Tyson, I can say that Tyson gave me a good crack. Literally folded my nose. My wife remembers she just like, my eyes were just wrecked and my nose was just, it was in a V. It was like in a V on my face.
He just plastered it on the other side of your face.
Oh yeah, way over here or something.
God. Hey, that's a good story though. You got in there and you got your nose broken by the literal best heavyweight on the planet
ever. I think of all time. You go across the years, I don't see a heavyweight in any division, or I mean, in any era, not division, in any era, who can really, who the fuck is he gonna beat? Like, who's gonna beat him? You know what I mean? He moves like Muhammad Ali, and he hits like George Foreman or Mike Tyson. He hits like a truck. Yeah. People don't give him enough credit for how hard he hits. He can, his head movement, his foot movement, his mind, like, he's just a total package. I think he's the best heavyweight of all time.
When you're 280 pounds, it's almost damn near impossible not to hit like a truck.
Well, no kidding. But his power gets taken away from, or doesn't get it gets overshadowed by all of his other aspects of boxing.
Yeah. Perky jerky footwork, doesn't get hit. He's fantastic.
That's what I mean. He's fantastic. You can't. There's nothing you can. I mean, other than he could get hit less. But everybody could get hit less.
Yeah.
But he still doesn't even get hit that much. Like, punches per fight is like 15 or something like that.
Wow. When you get hit by the Deontay Wilder right hand, get knocked clean out, and sit up like the Undertaker and beat the 10 count.
He's like doing one of these looking up at the stars, just like, holy Murphy. Could you imagine getting hit by that? That's like a friggin' truth.
And then win the round. Finish and win the rest of the round.
Yeah. He's that's what I mean. It's nuts. Joshua doesn't hit near as hard as Deontay. No. That I don't think Eddie Hearn will ever let that play happen.
But let's talk about some fun things that are going on in your life. You're about to be a dad.
Yeah, I'm about to be a dad. This is literally the most exciting time of my life. It's been an anticipation time. It's been really anticipation last week or so. I said 3 days ago that it's going to be within 10 days.
So you've had experience with parenting for the last probably 8, 9, 10 years with your niece.
Yeah.
So
and kids. Yeah. I'm not.
You're not running in blind.
No. I'm not a greenhorn.
But this is the first one that's yours.
This is my blood
that you're sure of.
Well. Yeah, no. She's I can't wait, man. I just can't wait. She's doing so well. We talked about this before we got on. She's doing so well during this whole pregnancy. I'm going into this. Obviously, she's been bitchy and but that's what do you expect? But she's, in retrospect and in the whole process, she's been so good, and she's grown this little baby so beautifully, and she's healthy and happy, and the baby is a monster inside of her.
Good.
I'm just so excited, man.
So we did talk the other day. You're gonna have a girl.
Shut up.
It's the way it goes.
No, we don't know. You're just saying that, but I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if it's girl or a boy. I just like I said, I pray for health and happiness all the time. That's all. I just pray for health.
That's all that really matters at the end of the day. I said to you yesterday, you guys are fucking insane for not finding out if you're having a girl or a boy, because it makes life so much easier when you know you can go out and get all the shit. You don't have to have yellow or green crap running around.
Get what? Get a couple of. We got a whole closet full of stuff that are like doubles, whatever you want to call it. You can wear both sides. They're like grays,
transgender,
grays and whites. And then we're getting like a girl and a boy outfit for taking her home, or him home, and yeah.
Do you have names picked out?
Yeah, Levi, James, and Audrey.
I'm not involved in any of those. I'm offended.
Oh,
Just kidding.
hey,
Levi
you
James.
you could be the Godfather. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be cool, man. I would do it.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I know you'd have the best for him.
I have 2 kids, so I'm not a greenhorn at this
No,
child rearing thing.
I know you. Yeah, if anything ever happened to me, Lord willing, nothing ever did.
100% I would.
Yeah, I know.
But where did the names Levi James come from? The first, that's the boy's name, obviously.
Levi, I was supposed to be Levi.
Okay.
Nope. And then, well, I don't know if I was supposed to be Levi, but it was a name. It was an option. That's what my dad wanted, Levi. Not that matters. I love the name Levi. And then LJ James is my grandpa's name.
Okay.
So Levi James LJ Carman, and then Levi James Carman sounds like a goddamn movie star. He's gonna be he's gonna be something, or he's gonna be something. Audrey, we don't have a middle name picked out for her yet. We're not really sure. Yeah, but Audrey's gonna be such a beautiful girl too.
You just like the name Audrey, or is that something that you're?
Honey, where does Audrey come from? Great aunt.
Okay, so there's some family stuff in there.
Oh yeah, there's family lineage in both names, so
that's good.
That was a must for sure.
So you're just jacked up. Are you ready? When is she actually due?
Well, that's the thing. She's due October 10th. And then, but I don't think she's not lasting that long. The baby's like 7.5, 7 pounds, 8 ounces or something like that inside of her weight.
I seen her yesterday and she is as big as a house. She's all the weights in right in her stomach. Yeah, her belly it looks so cute. I seen her before she was pregnant. She's a tiny girl. She's not big.
Oh, she's tiny. Yeah, she's like 113, 115 pounds naturally.
Well, I seen her yesterday. I was like, oh my God, get that fucking kid out of there because she's about to blow up.
Well, that's the thing. Like the baby moves once, like just one little thing, and she's so small that it moves. It like hurts her.
Breaking ribs.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. And that's what I mean. It feels like a strong little baby. I mean, I'm not saying women aren't strong, but I'm just saying it just at like 24 weeks. This is something. What made me think it was a boy from the jump. 24 weeks or so, I put my head or face or to her stomach, and I go. In my head, I just thought it in my head. I love you, baby, and it booted me in the lip so hard, like it like boof. I was like, holy cow! It actually like hit me in the lip.
Yeah,
and I was at 24 weeks. Like that's it's only a tiny little thing at that point. It's
that's
a small little baby at that point. So that's just from when I thought it was a boy. Just the strength of it, and now like. It's such a strong baby, and she it'll punch her in the liver. Like we know what liver shots are all about.
Yeah,
it'll hit her in the liver, and she'll be like, or hit her in the kidney or something. You know what I mean? It hurts her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I have a girl and a boy. The girl was so much easier than my son.
Really? Eh?
Oh my God, he's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but I saw them both. Yeah, when we were FaceTiming. That's what I mean. You got a beautiful little family. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be a part of that.
Man, like I've never shown my son a fight, and I've never shown him how to throw a punch. But Howie from USG Canada, shout out to him, sent him a pair of gloves.
Nice.
He put the gloves on. He started throwing combinations. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like not like this. Like, whoa, whoa, wow.
That's hilarious. Just natural. That's natural. Too funny.
So
that's
now
too funny.
He'll go get his little boxing gloves and he'll speed bag your leg. Just.
How old is he? 2? He's 2.
He'll be 2 on Halloween. That's his birthday. Yeah. Halloween.
Well, what a night! He's gonna wait till he's about 18 years old. He'll just be egging everything.
Oh, fuck! But talk about a powerhouse at almost 2 years old, he walks around the house with a 30-pound dumbbell.
Seriously?
Dead sir. I'll take a video of it next time.
Send me a video of that.
He picks it up and walks around. I'm like, oh,
attaboy.
Fuck.
Attaboy.
and he's getting pretty big. He's almost 30 pounds.
That's what I mean. I can't wait. I just can't wait.
You'll have fun, man. You like all the family kind of.
I'm about all of it. I'll never be too tired.
Well, we'll have a conversation in 3 months about being tired.
Yeah, when I'm going to work every day and getting up at 3 a.m, I'll never get tired.
hey, Dylan, wake up! You're on the podcast.
Yeah, Dylan, we're doing a podcast. Can you fucking snap it together? What?
Something else that's fun that just happened was you re-signed with your agent.
Yeah, Terry, with IBIS Talent Management. It's kind of something been itching me for a little while, but I reached out to her and she's like, yeah, let's do something. So she sent me an audition. I did my first audition on Sunday, and it was for a sports. It was for something to do with the Leafs. I'm not 100%, but it was something to do with the Leafs. My set was a bar, and I had to, just to act like the Leafs were coming on, or the Leafs were playing hockey, and I was drinking beers with the boys. So, I mean, I hope if I don't get that gig, that's okay. But it's a beautiful relationship we had. And then just because I moved out of the city, COVID started, this, that, and the other thing. It was kind of just, that's the reason why I stopped doing auditions. And then I was like, you know what, let's do it. And she's like, heck yeah. So we got back together, and she's excited. I'm excited. So I feel like I could make a wave. Like if the right person saw me for the right role, it's always that scenario or situation. The director, casting director, or even writers have to see a certain thing in you to portray what they're looking for. So hopefully, I mean, I really think that I could. I have the potential, and Terry thinks the same thing. So yeah,
I feel like you'd fit right in like that Expendable 17 kind of thing. You go
Expendable 17, just old, gray, and dying, shooting a gun. The gun takes me out. Yeah.
Well, Terry, you got anything for a shorter, ugly guy with a beard that can talk?
That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. And I'm a good-looking guy who's 6'6" and charismatic. You don't have those things. I understand, but but you have your own characteristics, and you would get a role that I wouldn't get because of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean that's kind of I loved the audition process because of that. Like, you don't know what they're looking for when you walk into that room. You walk in there blindly and by yourself, and you're getting judged from the moment you walk in the door, and you don't know what they're even judging you on. You really don't. They're looking for a certain thing, personality, look, all that stuff, and then the words that come out of your mouth and the way you portray your voice and all that stuff matters. I love every second of it. Yeah.
I hope you get something, because there's more money in doing that than getting punched in the face.
Oh, you're not kidding, man. I did this one show on HBO. It was called Jet. I was literally I was at the set, or on the set, for 30 seconds. I was at the whole thing for maybe 4 hours, but I was on set for 30 seconds max, 45 seconds. And I walked past these lockers, in between these lockers, and I said, "What's up, John?" or "What's up, Johnny?" or something like that. And walked past them. That's all I said. They gave me $3,600. Like, they gave me a bunch of breakfast burritos and orange juices and shit. I'm like, holy cow, like, this is sick. So I mean, yeah.
One thing I'll ask that you don't ever do again is don't ever do Big Brother.
Yeah, why? Someone actually asked me to do that. Someone was reaching out to me from the challenge to do the challenge.
Maybe the challenge, but not Big Brother, where they give you double stuffed Oreos and you come out of there at 350
I'm never going to be 315 pounds again. I looked at what the hell was that? It was not too long ago, and I saw a picture of myself at that weight, and I was like, holy shit. Oh, it was a picture of me and Lennox. I was moving some stuff around, and I just got out of the Big Brother house, and me and Lennox were laughing at something, and somebody had captured that picture, and I'm sitting there like, holy cow, my cheeks are fat. Like, when I smile, I was like, holy cow, I look like one of those plate face orangutans.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I looked rough.
And
not rough. I looked healthy. I looked super healthy.
It gave degenerates like me way too much ammunition. Like the whole.
Think I gave a fuck? You think I gave a fuck when anybody was saying that? I didn't care what you were saying.
No, I hope you laughed.
I was having the time of my life.
I hope you laughed, because it was hilarious.
Yeah, if anything, it would be 100%. It wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, I hate that Tanner guy. In my hotel room by myself, crying, just like that Tanner.
The
He got
greatest,
me again.
the greatest piece I ever got was the audio of the smoking incident with the gay fellow. What was his name? Gary.
Oh God. Yeah.
That was
That was
gold.
ridiculous. Like
it was.
people are so silly. People are silly.
What
But
are you,
I mean, you could do anything, huh?
Don't grab my dick.
Yeah, you could literally do anything. What the hell was I gonna do if I was gonna say what I wanted to say, or was a little bit more abrasive? I would have been persecuted. Like I would have been, Yeah.
Well, I will say, if Big Brother or the Challenge wants you to go, I have to go with you.
I think we should do the Amazing Race, and also I've said that me and you should do the Amazing Race. That would be a time.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
And if people are beating us, we can just beat them up.
just punch the rest of the teams out. By way of disqualification, or no, I don't know.
Winner by intimidation.
Yeah, winner by aggravated assault.
Is what it is. Dylan, it's past your bedtime. I'll get you out of here.
You see me looking at the clock. It's literally 10 minutes past my bedtime.
If there's something you want to do in Canadian boxing this year, what is it? What is the one thing you want to do?
I would love to fight Simon Keane.
Okay.
Anybody, I want to fight. Like I just want to fight. I feel like my career's not over yet. You know what I mean? I got gas in the tank, and there's fights that I can win and will win. And in Canadian fighting, we have so many unanswered questions as far as Simon Keane, like me and Simon Keane, me and Adam Braidwood, me and Mel, like all of these things. Where the fuck is Big Mel? You know what I mean? Like I'll fight all these cats and line them up and let's get going. I'll fight them $5,000 a piece all this year. Let's go.
Is Oscar Rivas a name that tickles your fancy?
Sure. I'll punch Oscar Rivas out too. You know what I mean?
Arslanbek Makhmudov?
No, I don't want to fight him.
Okay.
No, just kidding. Me and Arslanbek have we talk, not talk, but we share back and forth. He'll comment on a story of mine, and I'll comment on a story of his. And it's funny. He's actually, I follow his story and stuff like that. He's actually a funny guy.
Yeah.
And he will be a world champion. Like people don't understand this. He works fucking super hard. Like he works super, super hard. And he is a very strong individual, like athletically strong. So, but I'll punch Oscar Rivas out for sure.
Okay. Well, let's get the fuck out of here. Guys, thank you to all the sponsors that help support this show. Manscaped, On It, USG Canada, Dylan's favorite sponsor, Fleshlight. If you guys want a Fleshlight, I'm going to do a draw here pretty soon on
my
Instagram.
favorite.
TKO.
It's Howie G. USG.
TKO Beards, Sovereign Extracts. Thank you, everybody. Guys, Manscaped, Final Shot 20 is the promo code. On It is TFS Podcast. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Final Shot, promo code for USG Canada. Sovereign Extracts, Final Shot. Hit up my link tree. All the links and promo codes are on there. Take you directly to their website where you can make your purchase. Dylan, good luck in the coming weeks with the birth of your first child, man. I'm super happy for you.
I'll send you a picture right away. Thanks, brother.
And best of luck with trying to make something happen here in these COVID fucking 2021 times that are happening.
It's nuts. We'll get it going, man. It is what it is. Life, it will be.
I got your back, and we'll try to get something kicking off. But let's get you the fuck out of here for now, guys. That's the final shot.
Okay, see you guys.